Hi guys, my name is Daryl, and for this week's cooking video, we had to cook a country braised chicken, a classic rice pilaf, and glazed pearl onions. So for the mise en place, for the glazed pearl onions, I basically had to cut and chop off the ends and peel the onions, and I basically had the butter and the sugar on hand ready. The onions are already cooking because I know they take a while for the water to evaporate and everything. For the rice pilaf, the mise en place was I had all the ingredients ready on hand. Basically, the rice pilaf's already in the oven. It's just waiting to come out a couple more minutes, and I had to preheat the oven for that for 350. I had to cut up the onions and basically just combine everything, and right now it's just baking in the oven, and it's going to be done in a couple minutes, probably within the video. For the country braised chicken, I had to cut up the chicken into into 8 pieces. Then I had to combine the ingredients for the flour mixture and basically put the chicken in the flour mixture, and I pan fried it. I already did the chicken because it took a while, so the chicken's already done. I just have to plate it with the rice and everything. Basically, I also had to chop up all the vegetables and dice the vegetables for the under the chicken for the plating. And then I used the green onions as a garnish. The techniques that were used were boiling, pan frying, braising, baking. I also had to chop up many vegetables, so the knife techniques were used in that. Basically, materials that you need for this assignment: you need a knife, a cutting board, 2 different types of saute pans, a basic stove top, vegetable oil, you need sugar. I use tongs to flip the chicken over with. Other than that, they're all basically household items that you should have. If I were to make this recipe again, I'm a personal trainer, so every time I cook for me and my boyfriend, I try to make the healthiest dish possible, or make it as healthy as I could. So a lot of butter, salt, and sugar were used in all 3 of these recipes. So normally what I do, if it's vegetable oil, I'll substitute it with coconut oil. If it's butter, I'll switch it to either clarified butter because it's a little healthier for you, or I can't believe it's not butter, something along those lines so you don't get all that fat and everything. I try to limit as much salt in recipes as possible, and the same goes with sugar. I try to use not regular white sugar, more towards the ends of stevia, which is a natural plant sugar, so it's a little healthier for you. But other than that, the onions are almost done. Other than that, basically, I don't think I would change anything. Maybe from the chicken, I wouldn't put curry in it or the cayenne pepper. I just don't like those 2 spices. That's just not me. So maybe I would take those out, and like I said, just substitute it with all the healthier methods, like I said. If I were to make this recipe for 100 people for each individual recipe, for the glazed pearl onions, you would need 13 pounds of onions. You would need 1 pound of butter, 3 pounds of sugar, and salt and pepper would be to your tasting. For the classic rice pilaf, you would need 16 ounces of butter, 16 ounces of olive oil, 2 pounds of onions, 10 bay leaves, 30 pounds of rice, 10 quarts of chicken stock, and then the salt would be to your tasting. For the country braised chicken, the chicken, you would need 25 whole chickens, and then you would have to cut them up. You need 6.5 ounces of salt, 13 teaspoons of pepper, 13 teaspoons of paprika, and 13 teaspoons of cayenne pepper as well, 13 ounces of butter, 13 ounces of vegetable oil, 26 pounds of tomatoes, 39 whole onions, and then you have to dice them up, 52 whole green peppers, and do the same, as well as 39 whole cloves of garlic chopped up. You need 6.5 ounces of curry. You need 13 tablespoons of mace. Chicken stock would be as needed, and that just varies with the depth of the pan that you have. 1.7 pounds of almonds, and then the green onions would just be as much as you prefer for your garnish on top. Now, let me take out the rice pilaf. Alright, so far right here we have the chicken. You really can't see the vegetables. And then the rice pilaf. The onions are still cooked. I'll take them off the stove so you guys can see. The water just hasn't fully evaporated yet, but it's probably almost time to start sauteing them in their boil. But yeah, that was basically pretty much it. Once the onions are done being done boiling, I just have to saute them basically in the butter and sugar mixture that they're boiling in until they're glazed. And then everything would be ready to serve. The chicken and the rice pilaf are already done, like I showed you guys. And other than that, that's really much it for my cooking video. Thank you guys so much. I had an awesome class. It was a very fun experience. I love to cook.